Hey, welcome back to another episode of Nobody Sports. I don't know if anyone's caught the first two episodes. Just even quicker disclaimer than the first two, but this is we're adults. We're talking sports. A couple of nobodies talking sports. I'm Jay. This is Nick, and I think we're going to continue the trend with our divisional breakdowns. Right? So
yeah, excited. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for everyone who's already watched our first couple episodes. We're excited to produce some more. Should be coming out with the rest of the divisions as quickly as we can. So no set routine yet as to how we're dropping those. We're just trying to pump as many as we can get out to you as quickly as we can and, get through all 8 of the divisions. And I'm excited. But yeah, we're going to do our episode 3. We're going to break down the AFC East. So we got Bills, Patriots, Jets, and Dolphins. And initially, I thought this was going to be kind of a little boring just because I kind of feel that it's, again, another division where the front runner seems a little too obvious.
Well, that's a trend in the AFC.
It is a trend in the AFC.
Through the AFC.
Yeah.
And then the question is actually where it gets interesting is when you look at the wild card spots, and then even, I guess not to get too far out of ourselves, but in the NFC part of it, that's where it gets really interesting too. So the NFC is really top heavy, but you start looking at there's a lot of teams that I would not be shocked if they were vying for a wild card spot at the end of the year. And it's kind of the same with the AFC. Once you start looking at the wild card, then it gets a little more interesting.
A little murky. Yeah.
A little tougher to
I can see that.
suffer through, yeah.
Yeah, no, I can definitely see that. So yeah, let's break it down. Let's go through who we see winning the division, who we see in the basement, who we see in the middle, kind of like the same format we've been doing. I kind of like that. Let's start with the basement. My team I've got there is the Jets. I just do. Justin Fields, new team. I do think that this is going to be a good fit for him. It's just going to take some time, to develop, what he sees. New head coach, right? Aaron Glenn.
I like him.
You like him?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think he'll do well. Here's the thing. I just only slightly because I have this Jets or Dolphins, and it's really kind of a coin flip. I personally went with the Dolphins, though.
Yeah.
But here's the other thing with the Dolphins, though. If they can act, big question mark, if they can stay healthy, on paper, they are a dangerous team if they're healthy. They're a dangerous regular season team until they got to play in cold weather or in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right.
See, and here's why I have the Jets there and not the Dolphins is because I think this might be the year that Tua is healthy. And if he's healthy, he's got some very good things going there in Miami. I could see him being
not just him being healthy, though. When's the last time Jalen Phillips and Bradley Chubb were ever healthy together?
Right.
That defensive line should be one of the best defensive lines in the NFL, but they're never healthy.
Right.
The Sealer guy at defensive tackle, and then Tua, again, one full season in his entire career.
Yeah, one.
His 5th or 6th season now?
One. And here's the thing. When he's healthy, he leads the NFL in completion percentage, right? I mean, that's a great thing to, lead the NFL in.
Here's what I see with the Dolphins is I think their head coach is on the hot seat. The other thing I don't like is I don't know if Tyreek Hill is going to be there at the end of the year. And I mean,
right.
As a Chiefs fan, I love Tyreek Hill to an extent, but there's something weird with Tyreek Hill where he's almost got it's almost like he's got a little bit of Antonio Brown in him, since he left the Chiefs. He's been weird, and some weird stuff continues to happen in the offseason and kind of weird things, some of his comments and everything. And it's like, even if you feel that way as a professional who's getting paid as much as he's getting paid, because they paid him a lot when they signed him, you don't make the comments you make where you just throw your team under the bus because you're frustrated because you didn't hit 1,000 yards for the first time in your career.
Right.
And you weren't in the playoffs.
Right. Neither did Waddle, too. Hit 1,000. I just don't see him as a basement team, though, just because of the defense. I mean, that defense is good, even with an injured offense.
And the Jets' defense isn't?
The Jets' defense is good, but not as good as the Dolphins.
The Jets' defense is going to get better, and the Jets' defense will probably finish better than the Dolphins due to health issues.
Yeah, I mean, in the NFL, health is everything. It is absolutely everything. So, while we make these picks, I mean, you pick them from a perspective of, well, what do you think's going to happen? And you have to account for injuries somewhere along the line because it's going to happen.
The Dolphins have yet to stay healthy for a year and multiple seasons now. I mean, one would like to think that you're due for help, but there's got to be something.
We got to dive into that, I think. Is it really the same teams every year that statistically have, the same number of guys on the IR, right? Because your training room, I mean, that's another branch of the NFL team, really. Offense, defense, special teams. I think your training staff is big time, too.
Well, I mean, there's something to do with that. I mean, I actually think,
and how you coach.
Yeah, sure, there's some that are better than others, but actually, like Bill Belichick and actually Andy Reid now, a lot of the players will tell you, runs one of the toughest training camps, right?
Right.
Bill Belichick ran a very tough physical training camp. John Gruden pulled out the old sled and referenced John Madden, right?
Yeah.
Old school training camp. And they had a lot of good teams that weren't decimated with injury.
Yeah. No,
I actually think...
Well, and, speaking of Belichick, he would always be that guy that week 17 back then, or, last week of the season, Tom Brady's playing.
You're playing.
Yeah.
You're playing.
Yeah. But, yeah, so I like Jets at the bottom, and you like Dolphins.
But here's the thing, though, is I could see it being either one. These are the bottom two teams.
I don't know. I actually have the Dolphins finishing second. I do.
You do, huh?
Yeah. I think the Patriots are going to finish third, Dolphins second, and Bills first.
So the Patriots don't have a good defense?
No. See, here's the thing. I think I'm seeing 9-8 for the Dolphins, and then 8-9 for the Patriots.
I'm telling you right now, the Patriots are going to have a top 10 defense, possibly even I'm talking closer to top 5 defense at the end of the year.
You know what's crazy about them? I mean, if we got to circle back to these Jets too. We've got to talk a little bit about them. But with the Patriots, though, man. They went out and got a whole bunch of other dudes from other teams. They did.
They have the most cap space.
Yeah. Splain from the Raiders, I think, is going to be the best pick, that they got to change
their big question mark is their receiving core. But
yeah.
I actually, again, really underrated tight end room.
Yeah.
Running back.
You got Stephon Diggs.
I think he's injured already, though, isn't he?
He might.
I think I heard something about that. I think he may not start week 1. Now, he's not out for the season, I don't believe, but he may be a little late to the party.
Yeah. Harold Landry, Robert Splain, Milton Williams from the Eagles. The other guy, Carlton Davis from the Lions. Another good, solid fucking, defensive back. That's going to make their defense.
Then they also have the...
Vrabel is their...
No, who's the guy that they actually... The one good guy that was already on their team?
Oh, Christian Gonzalez.
Gonzalez, who actually... Watch that name.
Yeah.
We're talking Stingley Jr.
He wants to be in that group. He absolutely does.
And he
wants to be... He might be in that group.
Well, he's already close to that.
He's already close to that group.
And he's young.
Second year?
So,
yeah.
Well, yeah, so he was, I think this might be his third year,
right?
Year.
Yeah.
But technically it's his second year play because his first year he got injured I'm pretty sure he didn't play at all.
And I can't imagine a Mike Vrabel team not being good on the defensive side of the ball.
Plus, Vrabel is a culture changer. And here's actually going back to the Dolphins. My problem with the Dolphins is I think a lot of it has to do with, if you remember whenever Mike McDaniels came in, he was the first coach that was like, oh no, I let them text on their cell phones. Oh no, I'm the cool new age hip guy. I have fun and I tweet about it and shit. No, I need more dogs.
Yeah.
I need more fucking dogs. I want my coach to show up and I want some Dan Campbell. I'm going to bite your fucking kneecaps off shit. And Vrabel gives you that.
Yeah. Vrabel does give you that.
Mike McDaniel doesn't give you that. Mike McDaniel gives you a South Park quip that you're like, I mean, that was kind of funny. I wouldn't mind going fishing with you, but when are you going to fucking coach?
Yeah. Well, again, you got that plus the health. I mean,
could you imagine Mike McDaniel ever giving an epic halftime speech like the Gleam? Or fucking Jeff Fisher with the Titans. You know what I mean? At that fucking Super Bowl halftime. Could you ever imagine Mike McDaniel doing anything
they already won the game.
Close to that?
Yeah, Jeff Fisher was good at that halftime speech, dude. They already think they won the game. Actually, it's funny. It's the Titans in the Super Bowl, and he's talking about the Rams. He's like, they already think they won the game.
A yard away. One of the best Super Bowls I've ever watched, actually. To the end. Great.
Oh. Yeah, Jeff Fisher. I love Jeff Fisher.
But does Mike McDaniels bring anything like that?
Do
you get any Braveheart charisma from Mike McDaniels? Or do you get a fucking nerd who's all like, oh, the defense is doing this and this X is over here, and yeah, guys, let's go. You got a text? Tweet about it. Hashtag let's go. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
What are you doing? He needs to go back and be an OC. He's not a culture changer.
You know, there's just some of those guys, you know...
you need a culture. They don't have one.
Yeah, there's just
Vic Fangio left. He refused to work with it probably because he was like, this little shit has no culture.
There's a lot of guys that you're just like, you're a better coordinator. You shouldn't be a coach, you know. And there's unfortunately,
I think Mike McDaniels is going to be a great coordinator for a team next year.
Yeah, that's the way that train's looking. I maybe if they're healthy, I see him being the second place team in the division. If they're not, I can easily see what you're talking about.
When's the last time they were healthy?
Yeah.
Aaron Glenn, tough, hard-nosed coach.
Aaron Glenn is going to be, you know...
I actually think Justin Fields is going to be an upgrade at quarterback as far as big plays, flash plays.
Their offense was just terrible last year, but then you have Breece Hall. I think Justin Fields is going to, you know, start building a foundation of becoming a better quarterback. I have him last, but I see it's a step in the right direction is where I see this team going. Their defense is good. Their defense is solid, actually.
And it's going to get better, I think.
You know, and it's just, can the offense... I mean, their offense was just absolutely abysmal last year as far as, you know, the numbers go. And putting up points. And again, you know, Aaron Rodgers, you know, like I said, he threw 11 picks last year. You know,
11 picks isn't horrible.
It's not horrible,
but he matched it with 30 touchdowns and 4,000 yards.
Yeah, exactly.
The problem is, I think he had like 16 or 17 touchdowns.
No, he had like over 20 touchdowns.
Did he have 20?
Yeah.
He wasn't so hot last year.
He wasn't so hot last year, and I think Fields has an opportunity.
What was frustrating is actually last year, Brock Purdy played better than it. And I don't get it. It's like, fine, you're not the gunslinger athletic playmaker, but holy shit, can you at least manage the game? Can you Brock Purdy this shit?
Yeah.
And he didn't really do that.
But it's Fields' third team in 3 years, so is this the right team? Hopefully. I mean, you know, Aaron Glenn, I think, you know, hopefully we'll get him off to a good start. You brought him in that's the thing. He now has all the confidence. A team brought him in to play quarterback, right?
And
he's not in a situation with exactly, you know. So now it's his team. He's not looking over his shoulder. It's his team to play. Let's see what he can do. And Breece Hall is a great, you know, option for him to be you know, to help Fields along the way. Absolutely great option. So
I think so. So I really Jets Dolphins are definitely at the bottom. Well, I guess you have the Dolphins going twice, but for me, I have the Patriots second. I think the Patriots do make a leap. Vrabel is a big change there.
Yeah.
They're going to have a big culture boost there. The defense is going to play better. That team's going to play hard.
Right.
They're not going to lay down. Even when Vrabel doesn't have the most talented team, his teams are always tough, scrappy, well-coached. They play hard.
You know, I got them at 8 wins, which is double their win total last year. So it's not. I'm not saying you're not wrong. You know, I just see it a different way in the standings. But I do see that the Patriots are on their way to becoming, you know, a better team, and maybe even, you know, like we were talking about earlier, the AFC wildcard picture being a little murky. Are the Patriots going to be involved in wildcard scenarios on Week 18? I think they could. It's possible. You should be at 8 and 9. We'll see when we get there too.
And I mean, at some point, the Dolphins usually are in that conversation. I think the Dolphins go like 7-9, and then I think that the Jets just do one win better. I think they go like 8 and 7. Right. But then I think the Patriots get 10 or 11 wins.
10, 11, wow. Yeah. Then you're definitely a wild card team at that point.
I think the Patriots and the Bills both go 5-1 in the division. I think Vrabel will actually figure out how to steal a victory from the Bills.
Really?
And give them a push. Now, that being said, the Bills are still going to win the division.
I think that's where we need to move to now. Let's talk about the Bills. Because not only, you know, step 1, win your division, right? Step 2...
They're a legit Super Bowl contender.
Exactly. And that's where I was getting to. They're an SBOB team, 100% hands down.
Here's the thing. They don't have a ton of great weapons around Josh Allen, but here's the difference between them and like a Cincinnati. They have a solid defense. They have a good offensive line.
They have a great offensive line.
they do have it's not that they have no weapons. They still have some weapons.
They do.
On that offense. They have a good running back. Their tight end room. Dalton Kincaid is very underrated, actually.
Their tight end room is good.
Is really good. And then Keon Coleman, I think, takes a step forward. He's a really good deep threat for them. And Josh Allen spreads the ball around. He picks up first downs with his legs. They are very Josh Allen dependent. Josh Allen gets injured, this team is screwed. But Josh Allen's there, and he's not known for being injured. So with that, Josh Allen stays healthy like he has basically his whole career. They're going to be just fine. They're a legit Super Bowl contender. One of these points, they're going to break through the Chiefs.
Yeah.
One of these years, it's going to happen.
And they picked up 2 Chargers, one on each side of the ball.
It's not going to be this year, though.
Joey Bosa replacing Von Miller. Josh
can't stay healthy. I don't like that. Again, here's what they need to do right now. Right fucking meow, old Bean. I think that's his name, right? The GM.
Yeah.
He needs to pick up the phone and he needs to do a Les Snead. Okay, and he needs to just be like, "Fuck it. What do you want for Micah Parsons or Trey Hendricks? What do you want?
Right.
What do you want?"
Yeah. I mean that it would be. That's
that would push them over the edge immediately. And maybe they made that phone call, but like I'd be willing to give up a couple first round draft picks, a couple. So like no, I'd do a fucking Rams thing and just go all in.
What do we need?
Right? Yeah.
What's
it gonna take?
What do you need? But yeah, if you're gonna get an edge rusher like that for Buffalo, I mean that's game changer because the sacks were a weakness on their team last year. But the other Charger that they got was Palmer.
Mm-hmm.
Which he actually was hurt a little bit last year too. But
he's had some injury concerns.
But then when he got in, he showed some things. But again, a wide receiver room that doesn't wow you. Solid tight ends. Mm-hmm. Cook is a great running back. Josh Allen is a great running back.
Yeah.
And Buffalo, it's going to be Super Bowl or bust. It really is. Mm-hmm. I just hope. Like I've been saying, I just hope that they don't get there and they don't get there and then lose.
Dude, if they get there, I do say this: the Chiefs have
0-5 is terrible
from Josh Allen. I think that if the Bills break through the Chiefs, watch out. They're going to do like what the Eagles did to the Chiefs.
And here's the thing: I would be rooting for the Bills because I wouldn't want to see them to go 0-5. But I do want to. I do root for them a little bit. I like their play. Great, fun, entertaining team to watch. Josh Allen is
Bills Mafia,
man. Bills Mafia, tables, you got it all.
Which, I mean, that might be the coolest.
And then I heard they're getting a new stadium in Buffalo, so that's good. Keeping it loyal, keeping it to the city, because they do get behind their Bills. You can obviously tell. Mm-hmm. You don't want to go up to, what is it, Orchard Park?
I don't think there's a lot going on there in winter, though, because
right.
It's like 30 feet of snow. So,
yeah.
I mean, I'd imagine, like, if I grew up in Buffalo, too, I mean, what else is there to do other than throw me through a fucking table and root for the Bills, right?
All right, honey.
Right?
It's your turn.
Yeah.
Your turn. Let's go.
Oh, shit.
Go.
Surprised more wrestlers don't come out of the Bills.
Oh, man. Oh, I'm sure they've been there.
Yeah.
Tables. Oh, it's perfect.
It is.
I love it. It's a rite of passage to them.
Right.
You gone through a table yet?
No.
You hadn't.
You're right.
You hadn't.
It's like a fucking baptism.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I would love to go to a game in Buffalo just to see the atmosphere. That would be killer.
It would. It would be fun to go to all the stadiums.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
So.
But it's definitely, I mean, the Bills are going to do it. I do think Vrabes gives them a push, so I think they're finally having some competition. The division does look, well, it's just hard to say because the Jets, I do like the Jets coach, but again, the Jets are pretty inept franchise. The Dolphins have been pretty inept too, just in general. I mean, they're always like that 8-win team that is kind of...
They're always that team that's like, this is the year.
And they've been that way since the early 90s.
Like the Jags and the Chargers. Every year, it's, all right, this is their year. They're going to do something. You're going to see them. They're going to be making a push, and the Dolphins fit into that category too. You're always waiting for, is this the year, Again, if Tua's healthy, I think they're second place. I really do.
See, that's the thing. I will say that even though I've picked for the bottom, they're the one team that I picked for the bottom with the most potential. Literally don't trust their health. And also, I think a lot of the things I don't trust, and it shows up more in big games. It's one thing to dominate the regular season, especially in a weaker division, because outside of the Bills, traditionally it's been a weaker division. But I don't like Mike McDaniel's lack of culture.
Hopefully,
charisma.
Look, I got to look at the schedule because I
You're a
remember
nice guy.
Years ago the Rams had to play Miami, and I can't remember. I think it was our Super Bowl year. I don't remember what year it was, but it was in September in Miami. And I'm here to tell you, that is a home field advantage for them. Big time.
Remember Tom Brady and the Patriots went on a run where every year they go 5-1 in the division until their late Dolphins game, and they go down there and they would get beat by the Dolphins just lay an egg.
No, but it's in September, and the reason why it's in September is because what they do at their stadium, the home team is in the nice shade, and the away sideline is in the blistering hot sun the entire game.
Like 20% humidity.
You have the humidity, and you're just roasting that team. And it's a difference maker. Any home game in September, you advantage Dolphins. So I think you got to look at the schedule and see who those teams are. I've seen one year I saw my team do it, and then I saw the next year the Broncos, solid team at the time, go in there and just remember 72-10?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. The Patriots, Tom Brady used to go down there and lose once a year late every year. There was 5-6 years in a row where it was everyone kind of knew, and I'd always pick it this is the upset of the week. I don't know why. The Patriots go lay an egg here.
The coin flip to it, though,
they're going to be in the AFC Championship game, but they're going to lay an egg in Miami late September.
The coin flip, and Miami will tell you, well, yeah, but then we got to fucking travel to the Arctic for our 3 division games in December. We got to go to Buffalo. You got to go to Foxborough.
Tua is not an outside quarterback.
Go to New York, right? In December, those 3 places are not fun to play.
Here's the other big flaw with it. Even if Tua is healthy, when winter comes, winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
Okay, when winter comes and he's got to go up to Buffalo, he's inept.
Southerners don't do well in the north.
No, they don't.
So
and you definitely don't go north of the wall.
Yeah. So Buffalo, I think easy. And it's funny, these first 3 divisions that we've done, I think the division winner's kind of just been obvious. I'd like to say the 4th division that we do this, we could say the same thing, but
yeah, we can't.
Okay.
Who's won the division every year?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Whose division is it to lose?
Yeah.
Until they lose it, are you really going to bet money that they're going to lose it?
Yeah. Are you willing to bet it? Well, here's the thing about.
Are you willing to bet against Patrick Mahomes? Yeah. Then shut the fuck up. And if you are, call me. I'll take your bet.
And here's the thing, as I've always said, and this is just a preview to next week. All that Patrick Mahomes has ever done in his career is get to the AFC title game. Yep. He's done that every year.
Yeah.
So, and he's been around for a few years, more than a few. So, I can't wait for the next episode. That'll be a fun episode to watch.
He's played at 5 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
He's won 3.
Yeah.
I get the 2 Super Bowls he lost. The games look bad.
Don't worry. We'll have plenty of time to talk about your boy.
Oh, my God.
Talk about your boy. Yeah.
It's insane every year. But I love it, though, because it's motivation.
So, AFC East. We'll see. Bills, Patriots.
It's the Bills. The Bills are, barring some freak injury to specifically Josh Allen. That's the only thing they like. But Josh Allen has stayed healthy. I don't see that happening. No, he's a tank. Right. So, but barring a catastrophic injury to Josh Allen, they're going to win the division.
Yeah, hands down. So, well, I think that does it for us on episode 3. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're definitely having a fun time doing this. Can't wait to produce the other divisions and to show them to y'all, and appreciate your support.
No, absolutely. But I will say on these, watch out for those Patriots. Vrabel's no joke. But awesome. Well, hey, peace out.
Later.